Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello my dear pupils. Welcome to CTY International School Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria e-learning platform. This is pry5 Basic Science and Technology, which is prepared by Mr. Oderinde Yusuf Idowu. You are welcome to week 7, lesson 3, the continuation of effect of friction. Let's start with the revision of our last lesson. The definition of friction. What is friction? Friction is a force that prevents one surface from sliding against another surface. And it is a force that exists between bodies in which the motion of one surface over the other is prevented. And we also said that is a force that slows down movement between two surfaces over each other. After that, we said effect of friction could be divided into two: the harmful effect and the useful effect. In the last lesson, we discussed about the useful effect, which is the advantageous effect of friction. But today, inshallah, we are going to discuss about the harmful effect, that is the disadvantages of friction. One of the disadvantages of friction is that it can generate heat in an engine. That is, immediately you are applying, let me use example of that of a brake in a car. By the time you adjust you apply a brake, and it not release it not release your leg from it. We said it's a force that prevents one surface from sliding against each other. With this, it will generate heat. Let me give you another example. As you are all in your various homes, rub your palms together. Have you done that? Immediately you rub it, place your palm on your cheek. What happens? You feel the heat. That's it. It can generate heat in an engine too. That's what happens in the engine of our machine or vehicles. So it generates heat in an engine. Another disadvantages of friction is that it causes wear and tear in engines, shoes, soles, and so on and so forth. It causes what? Wear and tear in engines, shoes, soles, and so on and so forth. Look at the picture of an engine of a automobile before us. You can see it has started what? Rusting because of the what? Friction. Look at another example in our shoes. Look at it. Because of what? Friction. What happened to that shoe? You can all see that. That's another disadvantages of what? Friction. The third one is that it makes pulling and pushing of objects difficult. Due to the friction, it won't allow free pushing and pulling of objects. It makes it what? Difficult to pull and push objects. The fourth one is that it reduces the efficiency of a machine. That is, the machine will start losing its ability to do efficient work. The fifth one is that it also causes wearing away of the surface of objects when rubbed against each other. That is, that object will get to what? Weak. You will not be able to work properly, efficiently, as it ought to be. Now, I believe we all know the advantages, that is harmful effect of friction, as was 1, it can generate heat in an engine. 2, it causes wear and tear in engines, shoes, soles, and so on and so forth. It makes pulling and pushing of objects difficult. It also reduces the efficiency of a machine. And lastly, it causes wearing away of the surface of objects when rubbed against each other. But we can prevent these disadvantages of friction. You mean how? These are the ways in which we can prevent the advantages of friction. 1. Through lubrication. What do I call it? Lubrication, that is application of oil and grease to a surface to make it smoother. That is, when you apply oil and grease to the surface of the object, it will make them what? To look smoother. This is oil that our daddy used to put in his what? Car engine, to prevent it from what? Wearing and tearing. And the oil too is put in the engines to what? To reduce friction in the engine of the vehicle. Another way of reducing friction is that what? The use of smoother. The use of what? Smoother that will allow it what? To look smooth, in order not what? To allow friction. If the surface are very smooth, that is, they are not coarse, they are not rough, there will be free movement between the two objects. The third one is that what? The use of sandpaper. What do I call it? Sandpaper. Use of sandpaper. If you can get this one in a furniture workshop. They use it what? To smooth our furniture so that it will look beautiful. And when something is rough, that what cause the what? Friction. When they move against each other, that rough surface will not allow the free movement. But when they are smooth, it will go what? Smoothly. So with this, we know that ways of reducing friction are 1. Lubrication. That is application of oil and grease to the surface of the object to make it smoother. 2. The use of smoothers. And the third one, which is what? The use of sandpaper. With this, we come to the end of today's lesson. But before we go, let's quickly run through what we learned today, which is what? Advantages of friction. 1. It can generate heat in an engine. 2. It can cause wearing and tearing in engines, shoes, and soles. Third one is that what? It makes pulling and pushing of objects difficult. Fourth one is that it reduces the efficiency of a machine. And the last one of the advantages of friction is that it causes wearing away of the surface of objects when rubbed against each other. And in today's lesson, we learned ways of reducing friction. 1. Lubrication, that is application of oil and grease to a surface to make it smoother. Second one is what? The use of smoothers. And the last one is the use of sandpaper. May Almighty Allah put barakah in what we have learned today and always. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.